Greetings, everyone. I'm Eric Paulson with Your Essential Practice. Let's get into today's divinely guided rune reading of Mercury in Gemini. How are we feeling out there, everyone? It is that, oh, I have a seed in there. I'm going to plant this seed. That must have just blown in here randomly. Or this may be a gift from the fairies. That is so beautiful. So thank you, Divine, for this gift. I will go plant this. Let's put this in a very nice spot for reading here. Let's go. Yeah. So this is the singing bowl. And this is a $2 note that I put in the singing bowl, as usual. And we're going to cleanse the energetic space by ringing the singing bowl. Why the $2 note, you may ask? It's for representing that uncommon abundance in our lives. So as I ring this bowl, we're simultaneously giving gratitude towards and inviting more of that uncommon abundance back into our lives. I invite you now to take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Don't force any of this, please. I invite you to take these breaths and concentrate on today's divinely guided rune reading of Mercury in Gemini. So many aspects in Gemini now, huh? Mercury and Gemini love it when they are residing along with each other, because Mercury is, after all, the ruling planet of Gemini. And to honor Gemini here, I do have this token here. It's a silver dollar zodiac kind of token with the Gemini, the twins on there. I'm a sun sign and Venus Gemini. So this is beautiful that we're doing this divinely guided rune reading together. Again, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. What do we need to know about that Mercury in Gemini? What's going on? We're using the Unikite runes today. Look at that. You're coming from your past of pleasure. This is Wunjo. Wunjo is that clan flag of that victory, that success, that everything, the cooperation, all the determination, all that discipline. This is the rewards after that. Reaching back and helping each other up that hill, planting that clan flag at the top of the hill and all those feelings associated with it. A lot of this struggle has been really worth it. Really, all this discipline work, all this joy and abundance that you're celebrating, coming from this, with this change of seasons, even with this celebration of this Gemini season, bringing on the summer. And the summer solstice is at the very end of Gemini season. Okay, going into the sign of Cancer then. So this is a return of the sun indeed. And right now you're in the energies of Algies. This is that faith, right? The elk planting its hoof in the tundra, just knowing it's secure, knowing that you are divinely protected. This is self-defense even, right? So maybe it's like a pitchfork and you're kind of, maybe prodding away these 3 aspects of, or maybe you're channeling these aspects and like making them a discipline and reining them into yourself, knowing that you are divinely protected, right? This is your way of divinely protecting yourself, aligning these energies like this and weaving that beautiful golden weave to your consciousness, knowing that you have that faith, that divine recognition working in your favor during this time period. Now, Mercury in Gemini really loves that communication. Really loves that communication. It's very fast-paced, right? And fast-paced communication. But this could also be that increase of abundance, right? In the very near future here for you. Fehu, the very first letter of the Elder Futhark alphabet here. Fehu is about wealth, money, cattle, right? This is abundance. How are we viewing abundance coming up in the very near future, right? There's some tests and trials being placed out there in front of us, and we're seeing how they are unfolding before we make the decisions based on our aspects of faith and our disciplines coming from this great pleasure, this moment of pleasure. We know what it feels like. We know what we're wanting to continue on with, right? So our sense of abundance has a significant possibility of increase here coming up. Yeah, look at this. Cyclical manas. This is that cyclical nature that mankind, the circle of life. This is one clan flag facing another. So this is, remember, this is the single clan flag, right? So this is two of them. Yep. So this implies other than, identity, right? So this is also about the humanity, culture, right? What is it like in your environment? How are paradigms playing out? What does your daily routine look like? How do you converse with your family members and your loved ones, right? So Manas, mankind, is challenging us in our this position here in this rune reading, right? In the action taken for the best outcome. Remember, this is past, present, future action taken for the best outcome, is to really solidify and really work on how we view ourselves and our collective and value one another. And with this sense of abundance coming into this here, let's see what our thoughts, feelings, and emotions are on this topic of Mercury and Gemini. Yeah, is this going to be a change of house, spouse, or career? This is Rido. This is calling you to ride along with those energetic waves. This is the circle of life. This wave is a pattern of frequency as well. Now, this is more of a physical movement. All right, this could mean a change of career, right, or a pivot, right? Not necessarily meaning you're leaving your career. Could just mean it's just not what you originally thought it was going to be. And that's okay, because you have that abundance mindset, and yourself, your place in society and culture is significantly enhanced and therefore changing, right? You are beginning to realize more of yourself while you're communicating through this busy intellectual period, right? That Jupiter and Gemini is expanding everything, right? All of our thoughts, right? Mercury and Gemini is going to help us really communicate those and drive them home. Okay, now this could ruffle some feathers. Okay, this could literally mean a change of house, or a change of career, or a change of spouse, right? So a significant other change. Regardless, this is where it could be just an amicable thing. You could make it an amicable thing. Say, hey, look, we're just that dualistic nature of that Gemini being enhanced right now. Maybe we do need to have some counseling. What does our abundance in our lives feel like? If we're in this with our energetics partner here, is this divine? Is this yourself? Is this another significant person? Is this your career? Now, Manas is saying it doesn't really matter, because it all has these patterns, right? This is calling you to be along with those energetic waves, right? Your thoughts, feelings, and emotions are in this, okay, what's up in the air right now? And do I have to make a decision? No, not really. I mean, you're thinking about abundance in a little bit over a little bit too much here. Now, your significant place in the world, this is a very 3D aspect, a very kind of ego-driven aspect here. So be careful of trappings of the ego when you are addressing these aspects of self, as you are shifting how you play your role in the collective, if that makes sense. Because a lot of that communication is going to enhance a lot of other developments in your life. And right, we can't, what is that song, like, lean on me? How does one of those verses go? No one can feel those of your needs that you don't let show. So if you don't communicate your needs, if you don't communicate your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, whatever, if you're not open about it, you can't communicate it, then no one can help you. right? So if you keep it within, you already know what the answer is. If you are riding along with these energetic waves, you're going to bump along some other cool other vibrations along the way that are in harmony with you and helping you solidify your aspects of self as far as you relate to yourself and culture. And really you are growing in leaps and bounds here. What we do risk losing is that grounded nature, yeah, because this is very Gemini season, right? We could just get so hyper focused, as Gemini like to be doing, displaying that almost neurospicy aspect of mentality, right? So this could be a way of calling us into, remember, go earthing, be grounding. We do risk losing our natural vitality and risk losing our grounding aspects. So this is Urus, this is the Ox rune, this is that slow and steady progress, right? This is, Gemini is the opposite pretty much of that. They like to, they can see both signs very easily. Your mental clarity is sharpened now. Your communication is sharpened and it's enhanced right now. So it's easy just to go take off with the breeze and lose your footing. And you get tripped up and you have to repeat these lessons. Okay. So it's very easy to lose your grounding in Gemini. Air signs, pay attention to how you're grounding too. Certain stones, for instance, may not be too great for air signs. I know myself, I like garnet or hematite, garnet or like amber, shungite, quartz, things like that to help ground, rather than other things like shungite, or hematite. Hematite around me is bad juju for a while. Okay, we got Odin's rune and the outcome here. So what is this saying? So Odin's rune is saying it's hidden from you. It's something that you likely already know for the outcome here. So you super geniuses, you already know what's up here. Maybe it's just a repeat of this rune, seeing that this one's already in use. Yeah, could be more pleasure, success, joy, wonderful stuff. Let's get another rune for clarity. Odin's rune is interesting. A lot of readers don't use Odin's rune, but this is the divine saying, hey, look, I got you. This is a kind of an initiation process. The divine is kind of letting loose the reins a little bit here to see what you can do, see what you can make of yourself, and see if you can really move forward in these beautifully blessed and divinely guided ways that you would like to. Yeah. This is Pertho. This is the Gambler's Cup. This is like the Kenny Rogers rune. Know when to hold them, when to fold them, when to walk away, when to run kind of thing, okay? We're coming in, it's like an initiation. We're in the corridor. We're making twists and turns where no light can get in, right? Because of the angles, right? You come out the room the other side and you don't know which way you're facing. You turn around, all you know is that you've changed. This could also indicate a pregnancy or a board game, sort of a competition, right? Or some sort of initiation phase in your life. Well, so this is the likely outcome. So this is, Odin's rune is saying, okay, you already know what's up. It's really all up to you, isn't it? But you know that divine is holding his hands up, its hands up, right? And just saying, look, I got you either way. Right? It's divinely guided. Just really, really make sure that you don't lose your footing here. Your grounding is directly across from your faith. So your faith will be tested here as we're opening up in our communication. So this could be a paradigm shift here for you. Paradigm shift. Right there, like your how you self-identify could even be called into consideration here. And yeah, it's okay. You can change your mind. You can change, like, but I said I was this last week. Okay, so what? It's your human right to change your mind. Just make sure you're communicating that clearly and you're riding along with those energetic waves, those divinely guided intuitive hits, notions, right? Let's get some cards of clarity here. These are Soul's Journey cards. These are messages directly from Divine, straight from Spirit, straight to your soul. So Divine, please show us clearly, what message of clarity do you have for us today for this divinely guided Mercury in Gemini rune reading? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Right? Gemini loves adversity. They love testing their boundaries. They love a good debate. Very intellectually open. Just make sure that you're not dying on a stupid hill, right? On a really just make sure that when you are communicating, you think before you speak, right? So dying on a hill or falling on a sword, or I mean, however you are addressing communication recently, I mean, Divine is throwing me all these intuitive hits, and it's a lot coming at once, y'all. So I apologize. So adversity is definitely coming up in how you are addressing communication. Yeah. Okay. So whether it is something you say that you're going to have a debate on, be open to the concept of change. Is all I'm saying. Like, don't hold on to that. Oh, but this led me to success in the past. My faith is leading me to challenge my abundance and grow my abundance, but I'm also being challenged with aspects of self. I mean, if I want to go in a divinely guided and self-defense sort of way, this is going to cause me to change who I am, who I am in my life, how I act with other people, how I behave, what I eat maybe might take effect. Maybe I want to eat a little healthier. Maybe I want to drink cleaner water or more alkaline, right? More alkaline foods and water. Or maybe just want to go on this journey and this pilgrimage. But remember that whatever this blessing is that you're receiving, and this way that you're communicating, how it develops, make sure you're going within still to get centered and grounded. Check in on your vitality, because that could be at risk when you overdo it, when you hyperfixate. And that's a good way. You can have too much of a good thing, right? You can have too much communication, right? So just kind of go within really and know where that divine guidance is taking you. Let's look at adversity here. This again says that I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. No one ever said life was going to be easy. Obstacles are presented to you so that you may overcome them. Believe that you will, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. Confidence comes to those who have succeeded in conquering adversity, and then the next hurdle won't seem so daunting. Adversity is an opportunity for you to reach out to your soul family. You are not alone in this time of challenge. If you need help, others are waiting to offer assistance. This test may have come into your life to teach you to receive rather than to give. Right? Receive that guidance instead of trying to administer where your life is going. Like, be okay to changing where your life is going. It's all right. Don't be attached to the outcome, I think, is the message here. Let's get a message of clarity from the fairies. The fairies are divinely guided beings who love to assist us in our development. All right, fairies. They are just wanting to really communicate. So thank you, fairies, for this card. What was I just talking about? Okay, this health thing is coming into concern here for a lot of us, and we really could risk losing that. As we're in this nice time of year. It's good to celebrate and, treat ourselves occasionally, but please do not overdo it. This could just be a checkup of your health too. So at the bottom here, it says, a new way of eating gives you more energy, greater health, clarity, and stronger manifestation abilities. Yeah, what you put into the system is what you get out, right? Exactly. What you put into your system, any system, is what you get out. Like attracts like. Let's read about vegetarian here. A lot of you might just go, oh, I don't want to be vegetarian. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to. Just could be calling you to eat healthier. A new way of eating gives you more energy, greater health and clarity, and stronger manifestation abilities, as a reminder of what the card says. The fairies know that fresh garden food is the healthiest and most natural way to live when you eat it, right? So you're guided to follow the fairies' wisdom to eat lots of veggies, fruits, and legumes and nuts, especially the organic variety. This card validates your feelings to eat a more vegetarian or even a vegan diet. This shift in your eating patterns will yield positive changes, such as clearer thinking, increased psychic abilities, and more energy. That's true. For those of you making the shift, let me tell you, it's rough that first week. If you make it that first week, just, don't cut everything out all at once. Just kind of taper it off. But that first week, once you've fully committed, is a little rough, but I promise you it's worth it. You will find out you sleep deeper. You sleep more through the night. You have more focus throughout the day. You have more sustained energy throughout the day. You don't need coffee as much. You're more hydrated. All right, so this shift in your eating patterns will yield positive changes such as clear thinking and increased psychic abilities and more energies. Like I said, ask the fairies to assist you with this change and they'll gladly do so, including helping your own garden to yield a bumper crop of produce. Right? So, additional meanings for this card are a health or behavioral concern is dietary related. Another meaning is eliminate chemicals from your diet. Another one is to simply detoxify. Another meaning is pray over your food prior to eating it. Bless it, right? Bless your food. Give it that energy, right? Ask for that nourishment. Another one is to do some research, such as reading or consulting a nutritionist, or taking a class about balancing your diet with more vegetables and fruits. Another meaning is transition to a raw food diet. Or another one is to encourage your children to eat more organic, fresh fruits and vegetables. There's this concept that's based in India. It says eat good prana, good energy food, right? The less processed food, right? The less red meat as possible, right? If you are going to eat meat, make sure it's from the sea. If you're going to eat from the sea, make sure it's as close to your home as possible. You eat veggies, all that stuff. Make sure it's as close to your home as possible because it is that sort of effect. It's beautiful stuff. So when you eat poor prana food, you have poor energy. You like the fast food stuff, the really high processed stuff. You have poor energy. You eat good prana food, the healthy stuff, right? And you have good clean energy, right? That's awesome. All right, I love this. Mercury in Gemini. Let's wrap this up. Let's put a button on it with a chakra token, and this is great because we are all up in our intuition to lead us, right? That faith, right? That clear cognizance of just knowing when to go within and be grounded, that knowing that this outcome, this communication is divinely guided, to not resist this, that intuition to know how to address abundance, along with carrying that along with our identity as we adapt new abilities, strategies, paradigms, thoughts, right? Practices. I really believe this is a change of identity for many of us, a way we self-identify. Really, this seed is beautiful. This was very, very random. I did have my things outside for a while, and that was charging, during the full moon in Sagittarius. And I believe this is going to be a beautiful seed of knowledge, that intuition, that seed of knowledge that is instilled within you throughout this Mercury and Gemini season. I'm going to be posting some pictures of this when it starts to grow. So, all right. So that third eye chakra is 852 hertz, the solfeggio frequency, and it's located between the eyebrows. It's connected to intuitive ability, consciousness, and wisdom. Signs of a blocked third eye chakra are lack of direction, confusion, and doubt. When you listen to the solfeggio frequency of 852 hertz, you will work towards becoming more intuitive, open, and imaginative. You will only be ready to work on your third eye chakra when your first 5 chakras have been unblocked. Again, yes, this could be a calling to work on your lower chakras, gain your alignment, get your stuff in order. Right? Use that communication to your advantage during this time, this enhanced communication. A lot of us struggle with communication and expressing ourselves. This intuition, working on that, will help us, help guide us towards our best ways to effectively communicate. And this may be even adapting to a new form of communication. If you're learning a foreign language, this might resonate with you as well. So with the third eye chakra mudra, it is that one-handed, we're tucking in that ring finger and we're sticking the pinky out still. And we have the thumb, pinky, and middle finger sticking together, and we'll touch the third eye chakra between our eyebrows with the mantra of Aum, A-U-M, at 852 hertz. Music playing in the background, Aum, A-U-M, chanting while this is being focused on our third eye. We do not need to use both hands for this. Just use one. Okay? Again, this could just be that reminder, work on your lower chakras and just get that tune-up that you maybe need to maybe practice on this. What a beautiful rune reading, everyone. I've been Eric Paulson with Your Essential Practice. If you'd like any of the runes that you have seen in today's rune reading, or if you'd like any of the necklaces that you see in the rune readings, please message me at youressentialpractice@gmail.com, and we'll be happy to have that conversation here with you. And to recap, let's go over that 852 hertz. Aum is the mantra, and this is the mudra, and we're placing it right here. Right? Again, we're bringing in that ring finger, and we're pinching the thumb, index, and middle fingers, leaving the pinky out. You can do it either hand, it doesn't matter, 852 hertz. All right. Have a blessed and abundant day, everyone. Namaste.